People around the world would visit London, England to enjoy activities, visit historical places and learn about the culture. In 2013, 16.8 million visitors spent time in the capital, spending just over £11 billion. There are so many attractions in London, England, such as Westminster, London Bridge, Brick Lane, London Zoo, and Camden Town. Today, we will show about the history of Camden Town and what makes Camden Town the place that visitors must visit. According to Camden Town Online, Camden Town has existed only since the 1790s. Until then, the area north of Tottenham Court Road was given over to open land and fields. Charles Pratt, Earl of Camden, is usually credited with the establishment of Camden Town as the first of a number of wealthy individuals involved in the development and urbanization of this part of London. His initial building focused on land and on the east side of Camden High Street. Pratt's role in shaping the area is marked by a street bearing his name in the heart of modern Camden Town. During the Second World War II, the railway termini were an important target and the area around Mornington Crescent was badly damaged by bombing. Camden today is still cosmopolitan. Camden Town has own strengths such as wide selection of food stalls from around 40 countries in the world. The market in here open every day except on Christmas Day. Visitors could find variety items on sale from clothes, art and jewelers. Visitors also easily to reach Camden Town because there is public transport. Visitors could stop at Camden Town Station and there are also buses that visitors could use. But the weakness are, in the past market was partly destroyed by two fires. Due to overcrowding at Camden Town Tube Station on weekend, Camden Station will close to prevent difficulties. Right now, there is ongoing redevelopment which could potentially cause job loss of the vendors at the market. At the same time, when so many visitors visited the place, the market has limited space for people to circulate in a condensed area. Camden Town could give so many opportunities to local players by providing affordable workspace and reducing the cost of business rates. For local people, like young people, it could build opportunities with employers. Not to forget for independent practitioners and freelancers, it could improve access to training and professional supply chain networks. For local business, it could build business to business networks with growth companies. Furthermore, the future of Camden Market, one of London's top attractions for younger visitors from around the world, will be put under threat by the building of High Speed 2. The media, shop owners, and market traders have claimed a widening high-speed train track stretching from Euston through Camden is expected to cause disruption and closures that could drive away traders, tourists, and wipe away a community. It is estimated that Camden Town will sustain losses of about £91.8 million if the government go ahead with the work. Years of disruption caused by the work will cost traders millions and threaten the existence of the market, according to The Guardian. The main factors that affect London as a tourist destination are political factors and economic factors. These factors can either affect the tourism industry of a destination either positively or negatively. Political stability and policies determine the image of destinations in the tourism industry. Various factors that economic recessions in the UK have negatively affected the tourism industry in London and other tourism destinations in England. The cost of travel has increased recently due to the fact that there is less money in the economy and people have reduced their spending on holidays. According to Dredge and Jenkins, there are several political factors that have affected the tourism industry in London and England in general. Political stability and government policies that encourage both domestic and foreign tourists to visit various tourism destinations in London have led to an increase in tourist activity in the country. Camden Town is a district in inner London situated in the northwest part of the city. Camden offers tourist facilities such as accommodation, bars and nightclubs which can handle the large number of tourists visiting the town. According to Ed Gill, there are various factors that have affect tourism in Camden Town. Factors such as rising levels of insecurity and congestion have reduced the number of tourists visiting Camden in the recent past. Some of the issues have also affected business operating in the town and have been forced to relocate to other areas, leading to a shortage of support facilities for the tourism industry in Camden. Politically, tourists have been beneficial to the policies of the government since it has led to an increase of income to the local economies. According to Camden Lock Market, Camden Lock, part of the historic Camden Market, is the creative and cultural heart of London, featuring some of London's finest designers, artists and independent sellers, as well as a delicious selection of the best food vendors in town. Camden Lock is a favorite spot for locals and tourists, and deservedly so.
I hide my Barclays bike and cycle down the pavement, following the Thames. I arrive at the embankment and the view takes my breath away, although I see it every day. This place I call my home.
This is a Polish dish, pork sausage with bread, potatoes, garlic butter and mustard.
Okay.
Can I see how it tastes?
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that.
What do you find attractive here?
Okay, I like to come here because they have like lots of food, and the food here are very cheap, especially their desserts like churros, and apparently they have like a lot of Asian food here, and they are
Information center.
and you can actually try the food before you buy. So I really enjoy coming to Camden Town.
From 1 to 10, what rating are you going to give to the cleanliness and also the food, the environment?
Okay, for the environment, I would put maybe like 7 to 10, and I would actually suggest this to my friend when they come over, maybe from.
Where you come from?
Oh, I come from Singapore.
Well, thank you.
What's the main interest for you being here? What interests you?
I just want to show it to my customer.
Okay.
For tourism.
Anything particular?
Maybe I would like to show her the stable.
The stable?
Oh, wow.
Anything regarding the food that interests you?
No, just
Type of
eat.
food?
I don't mind. I like everything.
Everything. Where are you from?
From Bangladesh.
Okay.
But I stayed here in UK for 2 years, almost 2 years.
Okay. So why do you come to Camden Town?
Well, I live near Camden Town, but I used to come here like before this. A lot of times I come here with my friends because of the attraction. Like I found so many attractive like food, the attire. Like I can find anything here.
Okay. Well, what else? What do you suggest like people to come to look for when they come to visit Camden Town?
Well, like for tourists, I think the food. The food is so nice over here. You can find very cheap.
Like what sort of food?
Asian food, like Malaysian, Thailand food, everything.
It'll be £6.
What kind of food do you say?
I saw burgers with that.
Burgers.
Look at that.
Okay, I didn't see.
You didn't show my burger?
Oh, no, sorry.
Like this.
Okay. Is it every day you're here or just Sunday?
Say that.
Do you come every day or just Sunday?
Every day, my darling. 8 days a week.
8 days a week.
8 days a week.
It's nice place here because it's the first time for us to come here. Yeah. All right, thank you.
In Camden Town, there is ethnic diversity. For example, 27% are non-white, such as Black African, Bangladeshi, Indian, Black Caribbean, and Chinese. 20 are non-British white, and 53% are British white. When visitors came to Camden Town, they could hear tremendous amount of languages such as English, Bengali, Sylhet, Somali, Albanian, Arabic, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Lingala. Furthermore, there are different religions in Camden Town, such as 47% Christian, 12% Muslim, 6% Jewish, 4% Buddhist, Hindu, and others. 22% non-religious, and 10% no respond to questions. In addition, social deprivation 66%, educated urbanites 29%, inner city adversity.
I hide my Barclays bike and cycle down the pavement, following the Thames. I arrive at the embankment and the view takes my breath away. Although I see it every day, this place I call my home.
Camden Town has grown from nothing to most visited place in London. From historic preservation, there are 39 conservation areas and over 5,600 structures and buildings.
I hide my Barclays bike and cycle down the pavement, following the Thames. I arrive at the embankment and the view takes my breath away. Although I see it every day, this place I call my home. This city that invites the world to stay. Tea with the Queen, winning gold in the park. Stand up in the Houses of Parliament and get back in time for the changing of the guard. Relive the history through the winding cobbled streets, or get on down, go underground, ride the tube to the places you've always wanted to see. Camden, Knightsbridge, double-decker buses, Oxford Street to Tower Bridge to Piccadilly Circus, Portobello Market, bound to get a bargain. Head to Brick Lane if you're feeling Hank Marvin. There's nowhere else quite like it. You'll be welcomed with open arms in a land of gals and geezers. You'll be sucked in by its charms. Have a pint in the local boozer, cause there's still so much to do. See a show, hit the shops, cause London never stops, and she's waiting for you. This is my city, and my city is waiting for you.
According to London Town, Camden Stables Market get its name from its previous incarnation as a horse hospital. In Victorian times, the stables were where horses injured pulling barges down the canals would come for treatment. Now it and the catacombs under the arches opposite have been combined under the umbrella term Stables Market, and together make up the largest of Camden's popular market spaces. More about Camden Stables Market.
What kind of visitors do you get? Sorry, like all over the world.
You cannot imagine.
What do you
all over
like
the world.
most about it?
If I think of a business, I would like from European countries. They love my dishes.
Oh wow!
It's called stable because it is one of the world's oldest stable hospital.
It was a hospital before.
Yeah, it was a sort of hospital, but it was more for a stable with all the horses. If you really go at the end, you can see on the top the oldest horse stable written down. But the original thing, you cannot see it anymore.
Oh, okay. But they said they're going to change the.
They are going. What do you think about the effects is going to happen in the? Yeah. So
We
that
all
means
are
you.
panic. We don't know where we are going to go. If you see the other side of the road, what do you see now?
Yes.
Was not that before. There was like this open market. It burned down and they put into that side.
Yes.
And now again they have closed completely.
Oh no.
So those traders are nowhere.
Yeah, that's
Who got power and money are somewhere, but who doesn't have nothing like me standing in one small table are nowhere.
so it will affect everybody anyway.
Yeah, now this
Especially the business.
2nd of the March, all of us are going to go away now.
Oh no.
From there to the
To the end.
they are all
Really?
gone. We all are gone.
Oh no.
So we don't know where are we going to be next.
Alright, so why do you choose to start do your business like here in Camden?
Why? Because well, there is opportunities to do business here. Other places are very difficult.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
So like how often like do people come? Like even like sometimes weekdays people usually come like weekends.
On the weekends is the high point. Yeah, that's what you find a lot of people around from all parts of the world. They are going to check Camden Town and buy things to get home.
Okay, so do you live somewhere near here, like from your house?
No, well, like a half an hour from here.
Oh, okay. So why do you choose like? So you like? Do you prefer Camden instead of some other places?
Well, it's not really like that. It's like here there are more facilities to do this job because other places it's very complicated. It's very complicated. That's the main reason.
All right. Okay.
So it's not like easy as here.
Oh,
It's not.
okay.
Yeah.
How long have you like opened up a business here in Camden?
Well, a long time. Like in and out, like 10 years. Because I don't stay here all the time. I travel.
Okay, all right. So how do you find like doing the business? Do you enjoy it and stuff?
Well, listen, as I told you before, that's one of the places that I can afford to work. It's not like I'm 100% happy to be here.
All right.
Like well, that's the one way to do it. Other places you have to pay a fortune on rents and stuff like that. And here it's more like easier. You have to in other places you have to pay like contracts and it's very difficult. It's really difficult. You have to pay a lot of money, and if you are not successful, the pain can be very high.
In conclusion, Camden Town could give so many memories and experiences to visitors and businessmen as well. Camden Town as well gives opportunities to people who want to open a business.